taking notice.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set, hut, go to base. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mike, 55. 55, Mike. Time to go, night. Mike, 55, Mike, 55.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Red, 70 in. Drop deep. Shoot. 22, jet bomber.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
64, weak. Check, 53, exit. Check, 53.
2nd and 5. It got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. They'll drop the throw. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap, loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On second down, a run with Breida. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's got his guys set up great now. 1st and goal, and the Pigs get at the 7-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's Breida. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Mike, 53, Mike. I'm going to run you over. Check. Watch the safety topper.
They'll try to run with Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now Joe Mixon. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Murray, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll set up a screen for Breida. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Now a give coming right is Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 7, Murray.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Murray. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
25, General, west. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On first down, here's Breida. And he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. It's Schwartz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Murray now on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Murray again, 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A final shot before half from Murray. Airs this out for Matthews. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Breida. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie.
Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They run with Breida. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They run again with Breida. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
53, Mike, 53. Come on, D.
Now it's Breida. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. He knows how to find the end zone. That time he just didn't get there.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball at the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Space to run past the 20. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 10 Lobo. Pilot, 64, whip. Go.
On the handoff, this is Breida. Room to run again. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Niners 38, Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Check 99. Be good. Hey.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. So here we go on 4th down with Murray. He finds an opening past the 40. And able to find Kirk complete. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that, plus 3.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Murray now. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Niners 52.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return will stop right around the 25. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
And the 49er first down.
Set, ready. 53. 15 lining, 15 lining.
You ain't got nothing.
Check four.
Let's go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Niners 62. Cardinals nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
53, Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it set.
Check.
Ready, go.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. So the victory here for San Francisco, and I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for San Francisco, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll sink now to 0-4. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis,
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. They planning on winning,